Okay, people, if you're watching me today, it means, guess what? The greatest gift we can receive from God is the gift of life. Because once you're alive, there's nothing that you cannot achieve. God can change your situation around just like that. If he can give you life, what can't he do for you? Hello and welcome to the Standpoint. Today, we're going to have a very in-depth one-on-one discussion with an amazing young woman I met on social media, and I'm just blown by her and what she's doing with her life. 2018, as you know, our theme is the woman on the move. 2018, we are all moving. We are moving forward. No matter our circumstances, we are taking a step forward. One step at a time, and with the grace of God, we will get there. My name is Gifty, and welcome to the Standpoint. And let me say thank you to DTP for my cloth. Today, my dress, my head wrap is by Chic Collection. And yes, Chic Collection is the lady behind the Chic Collection is the one we are going to talk to today. Let me say thank you to Paba Cosmetics for my makeup products, Applied by Makeup and more. We take a break. When we come back, let's meet this amazing creative woman who is on the move. We'll be back. To the Standpoint. Well, today we meet the beautiful lady behind my dressing today, my head wrap, my dress, and she's an amazing woman. But let me say thank you to our sponsor, Walmart Africa. They produce Frital cooking oil. Yes, Frital. You never miss it. Make sure you never lack it. It's always representing in your kitchen. And also Fortune Rice. Fortune Rice comes in 3 types. We have the green package one, very good for soft dishes like omutu and rice water. Orange package one, good for wache. And then the wine package one, very, very, very good for jollof rice and fried rice. African Women Development Fund, AWDF, also support us. Now, to my studio, I have Shika Geo-Glavee. She is a fashion and interior designer. She is the main woman behind Chic Collection and Elvava Interiors. Welcome to the Standpoint. Please put your hands together for her. Now, I used to spy her small on Facebook, you know. She'll pose behind a setup like office, sometimes home, and then her dressing. I was just wondering, who is this young woman? Then she posed with some dress that I eyed, and I said, this one, I want some. And guess what? She made it for me. She did make it for me. And after that, I got to know some of the things she's doing, and I said, this is a woman on the move who we need to talk to. Welcome to the Standpoint, Shika.
Thank you. Auntie.
How are you?
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure.
It's an honor to be on your show. Thank you.
When you were growing up, what was your ambition? What did you want to be?
Wanted to be a fashion designer.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Right from childhood?
Yep.
Why?
From age 14. I know I'm creative, and it's something I love. I love designing. I love sketching. Anything about visual art is something I adore. You know,
in secondary school, I was sacked from actually 3 classes. The first one was Fanti. Second one, music. Third one was art. I was sacked from those 3 classes.
What was the reason?
They said I'm no good, so they sacked me.
Anyway, we all have our calling.
Yeah,
but fashion is my calling.
Your calling.
Yes.
So at what age did you pursue it? Okay.
At age 18.
18?
Yes.
Did you go to the sixth form?
No, senior high school.
Oh, we're ready. Okay. God have mercy on you.
I actually wanted to be a fashion designer growing up. So after senior high school, what I decided to do was to inquire about how to get to be a fashion designer. And also growing up, there were some key people I looked up to Kofi Ansah of blessed memory, Madam Joyce Abebio.
Okay.
They were my role models. So I looked up to them a lot. So after senior high school, I said, how do I become a designer? So I interviewed some few people. They said, you can do clothing and textiles or visual art. So I asked, when you do visual art or clothing and textiles, what does it entail? So I was told visual art, you would know about colors, you know about art. And I said, no, rather let me go into visual art. This way I can compose things. I can put things into place and also know how to match my colors very well. So I went in for visual art. After senior high, then I went to pursue Accra Poly, now Accra Technical University. Yes, where I obtained my HND, and then later on went back to have my bachelor's degree in fashion and textiles as well.
Are you serious?
Yes. So it's in the blood. It's something I really wanted. You know how people will say, I want to be a pilot, I want to be this. I wanted to be a fashion designer, and that's who I am now.
Any particular reason? Because age 14, what did you know? Or you just loved dressing? And
you know, I loved making clothes for Barbie dolls when I was very young. And guess what? There was this neighborhood seamstress around the corner who I became friends with because I love what she does. After school, I'll run to her to pick fabric scraps and then make dolly doll dresses. So it's something I wanted to do. And even in junior high, JSS, excuse me, in JSS, I did vocational school, and my sewing mistress was super, and I was her favorite because most people didn't like sewing. When it gets to sewing, life skills, and it gets to sewing, they go like, no, no, no. But I will stay in the class, make sure I sew with my needle and thread, and it's something in the blood,
so
and I can't do without it.
Would you say that you identified your purpose early in life?
Yes, and I thank God for that. I didn't go around the circle to
you
get
just
to
knew it, and then you pursued it. What was the reaction of your parents?
They embraced it because right from my infancy, they know I love art. I could sketch, I could draw, do landscaping and all that. I could sew with the machine, needle and thread, like the hand machine. I could use my mommy's hand machine to sew petty clothes and all that. So right from the beginning, even right after junior high, my auntie was like, "Mama, nko suya de pam." The man nko secondary school, nko suya de pam. So right from the beginning, I knew who I wanted to be in the future. Yes.
Was there anybody in your family who has the creative gene in him or her?
Yes, that's a big question. Yes. My entire family, they are very creative. My grandfather was a carpenter. My mom was, she sells clothes, she sells GTP fabrics and all that. So it runs in the blood.
Your father, what was your father's background?
He's an engineer.
Your father is an engineer?
Electrical engineer.
Electrical engineer.
Yes. And that you need art to do that.
Of course, you need to be creative.
Exactly.
You need to be creative to be able to do that.
Yes.
Okay. So after doing your bachelor's degree, how did you start?
Well, third year of when I was doing my HND, third year into the HND course, I decided to register my company because I was making clothes for friends and family. So I said I need to attach a brand to what I'm making. After making the clothes, I go like, there's no label attached to it. So in 2007, I registered Chic Collection. Okay. So right after HND, I was on the run making clothes for people before I went into Accra Technical University again to do my bachelor's degree to top up.
Do you remember the very first person you made the dress for?
Yes. You don't want to know that story?
I want to know. I want to know that story.
A friend went to hype me that, hey, Madam Fuyoni de Pampa, and guess what? The client she introduced to me was very huge. Yes, sir. So when I saw her, I was like, Ma, I can make the dress for you, but it has to be a very simple style. So lo and behold, I made a loose dress for her without that and all that because I was like, would I be able to get my dots right? Because I was still in school. Right. So fortunately for me, I did a loose dress for her, and it fitted her so well that at the end of the day, she became my first customer. I got my first break from her. She was a banker. So I got my first break through her, and she introduced me to her colleagues, and it's just by recommendation, and then Chic Collection started.
So how long have you been doing this?
10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
You've been sewing for 10
Yes.
years. Sis. Now, I've seen some celebrities wear your clothes. I've seen Becca, my baby Becca. I've seen Nanama McBrown, my crazy sister from another mother. I've seen a few people. How did you get them?
Well, I would say, when you do good work, whether you are hidden or not, it will come out.
Okay.
So they saw my work on social media as usual, and they confronted me, and I did it for them. So strictly business. It was strictly business.
Wow.
When you do good job, people come to you naturally.
Yeah.
So
when you do a good job, that's true.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
true. That's true. So you're still your client. You
Yes.
sew for them.
Yes, I do.
What's your style?
Most often I do casual, formal, semi-formal, and then bridal occasionally. Yes.
Okay.
So basically my style is, I even do avant-garde, anything. I'm all-rounded.
All-rounded.
Yes, yes.
You do the trousers and all that.
I do trousers, I do jackets, I do skirt suit, dress suit, and all that.
Do you sew for only women?
Good question. Recently, I introduced the men collection because the men go like, you are only sewing for women, and that's not cool. So I just introduced the men collection. So now I sew for men as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think, let me take a break. When we come back, we'll get into the kind of dressing that you see around now and what you think about it. Okay, you're watching The Standpoint. We are interviewing a woman who is on the move. Thank God she identified her purpose early enough and she's doing what she loves to do. Let me say thank you to Go-Got Yogurt, who support us. They've been supporting us for some time now. We are so grateful to them. We pray that 2018 they will continue to support us. Veraldo Pear Malt. You can never go wrong. The best so far. Eco Spa Mineral Water. Water, they say, is life. House of Foods. Auntie Vera, thank you. God bless you. And may God give you long life, good health. Even as we begin this year 2018. Thank you to Cake Technique. We are grateful to you, always grateful to you. More blessings. May your business prosper. Yep Cleaning Services. Well, if you're having any event or you need them for your home, call them. They've been with us for some time now as well, and they keep our environment clean. We are so grateful to them. La Fresh Fruit Juices. Yes, whichever fresh fruit you want, just call them. Is it lemonade? Is it asana, sobolo, pineapple juice, orange juice, what have you? She'll make it fresh for you and you won't go wrong with it. Matames gives us the port, and as always, we are so grateful to them. We take a break. When we come back, we'll continue this discussion. But don't forget, The Standpoint is also aired on ABN TV, which is on Sky Channel 235. Across Western Europe, parts of Canada and Asia, and our website www.thestandpoint.com.gh is powered by Dream Oval. We'll be back. Okay, then welcome back to The Standpoint. And yes, we are on the move and we are celebrating a young woman who is on the move. The Standpoint is supported by GTP. They give me my cloth and we are so grateful to them. My dress and my head wrap, in fact, okay, let's go this way. My dress, my top and skirt is by Chic Collection. My head wrap is by Chic Tababla. Yes. All by Shika Geo-Glavee.
Shika Geo-Glavee.
Shika Geo-Glavee. She is the brain behind it. Paba Cosmetics gives us the makeup product, and Makeup and More applies the makeup for us. Shika, you talk about loving the colors, blending the colors and all that. When you look at today's woman, how we dress, how we combine colors, how we style ourselves, what do you make of it?
I think we are doing well. We are doing well because gone are the days where we will only sew slit and cover and all that. But these days we are able to play with the fabric. You can make a crop top with a GTP fabric and it will still look chic and all that. So I think these days we are doing very well. And we are even going overboard.
Okay.
Yes.
We are.
Yes.
How do you mean by we are going overboard?
Well, sometimes I think people overmatch things way too much.
Okay.
Yes, they want to be over the top. But looking good doesn't mean you have to try too hard. Simplicity, there's beauty in simplicity. So I think sometimes it needs to be toned down a little bit. But overall, generally, it's good. I like what I see these days.
You know how these days are like women will go, I see, let's say Becca, wear something and it's beautiful, it's nicely styled, and I come to you and I tell you, I want exactly what Becca is wearing. Would you be able to advise your client that, no, Becca is slim.
Yes.
You are not that, the same figure, so it will not fit. Sometimes people don't understand.
Yes.
They just want to wear
what Becca is wearing, and that's a problem. So what I do at Shika Collection is when you come, I ask you, how do you want to look?
Right.
And you tell me, I want to look like Becca. I tell you, maybe your figure and Becca's figure is not the same. This will rather look good on you. So why don't we pick maybe the sleeve of her dress, pick that and put together for you to get a similar look. But that particular look might not look good on you. Some listen, some don't listen. And if you don't listen, I'll try hard and try to convince you. But most often than not, my clients always listen.
They always listen to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have a relationship with your clients?
I do. Before I'll make a dress for you, I interview you. What's your style line? How do you like to look? How do you want to where are you taking the outfit to? And all that. Interview you. And then this way, it gives me a whole idea about you.
Right.
Before I suggest any maybe style to you. That's what I do to my clients.
Also, I met you on Facebook.
Media,
yes. I see that you use social media a lot. Why did you decide to adopt that?
Yes, I think now everybody's towing that line, and it's very good for me as a fashion designer because I deal with visuals. If I make dress and it looks good and I post on social media, it's easy for people to see than to make a phone call and all that. So for me, I'm really using social media to my advantage, and it's working so well. Guess what? I met you through social media,
Yes,
and that's fantastic.
Yes,
so I'm actually using social media to grow my business and also to get more clients coming in.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you added the interior decor to it. What do you do with that? Interior?
Yes.
Not, we have the event organizers who do events, but you do interior decor.
Yes.
What does it entail?
You want to know about that?
Yes.
Yes. It's all started, I have the knack for spotting beautiful and unique pieces. So it all started through friends. They go like, Shika, I want to change my room curtain. I want to do this. Can you advise me on it? Over time, I keep getting that, and then whatever decision or whatever advice I give them, they take it. So I said, wait a minute. There's a business in there. So why do I have to give free advice all the time? Rather, let me make it a business. So recently, just about 8 to 6 months, I registered the company. And through friends, I got my first break. I got my first break to furnish a 4-bedroom house. Okay. The gentleman loved it so much and introduced me to another client. And that's how Elvava Interiors.
When you say you're going to furnish, so what do you do? You take
what I do is, you tell me what you want. Maybe probably it's an open space, just 4-bedroom house. You want it furnished. Bed setting, living room setting, curtain, putting throw pillows and sofas in place, and then arranging. So that's where the composition comes in. And I'm glad I did visual art. I'm glad I did visual art. So I'm killing, how do they call it?
In fact, you are killing 5 birds
with one stone. Yes. So that's what I do. Basically, I furnish people's home, offices, anywhere you would like it to be furnished, I do that.
So you decide what bed to buy, the furniture, the colors and all that. You advise them on that?
I advise the client on that. It comes into interviewing the client, knowing what he or she likes, and then you go accordingly. And what I usually do is, I don't impose on the client. I always suggest to them, this will look good. Let's go with this. If you insist that you want a particular one, I try hard to still make it fusing so that aesthetically it will still look good when people come in. And so I really have conversation with my client.
And now you've added the
Tababla.
tababla.
Well, tababla means to scarf.
Tababla.
Okay. Yes, means it's an Ewe dialect, which means to scarf or scarfing. Yes. So that one, it was a personal thing. I love to wrap my hair. So I figured, I'm sure there are other ladies out there who would like to have their head wrapped. But when you sew, sometimes the fabric won't be enough and you won't get some to wrap your hair. So I decided to venture into that, make some few fabrics available for people to scarf if they're having bad hair day, or maybe even a good hair day, you can accessorize with it. So that's how come Chic Tababla is.
So you're not just creative, but you're also very business minded.
Exactly.
You like money like your name.
I'm Shika.
That's why I said you like money like your name.
Exactly.
Now, how do you manage all that? So now 3 businesses, of course they are all related.
Yes.
In the creative industry, in the arts industry, but you run 3 different, businesses. How do you manage it?
Well, the Chic Tababla is under Chic Collection.
Okay.
So it makes it 2. And it's, I don't see it to be work because I do it with ease. It's something I do with ease. I manage very well, and fortunately I have a supporting husband and family who help me in putting things in place. And then also I have time to at least take care of the 2 businesses. So in all, I'm grateful to God.
Now I was going to come to that. How long have you been married?
Just about 2 years.
About 2 years. You was going to say just. Charlie, it's not just so. If you're married for 1 month, it's not just. It's a whole world.
Yes, so 2 years.
And you have a son
yes,
now.
Yes, Elivava.
Yes. Oh, so that comes in the
from Elvava Interiors.
Yes. Okay.
So I coined the name from Elvava.
And how do you combine that? Have been a mother, taking care of you, because your child is how many months? 10 months?
10 months.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
10 months.
10 months.
Yes.
And how do your husband keeping the home and the business and?
My husband has been supportive. I call him my life coach. He's been a wonderful husband, and also my family.
Okay.
They've been in support of all that I do. So they help me take care of the little boy whilst I'm in town running to look for more money to come home. So I have a supporting family, which I'm grateful for.
Okay, so would you say that it's important as a woman on the move, it's important to have, if you are interested in marriage, if you are going to get married, it's important to have a supportive husband.
Exactly. And the husband should understand what you are doing. He should be part of what you are doing. It makes it very easy and very, very successful. If your husband understands what you are doing and he's in support of it, it's a good
You just
feeling.
use the phrase, you say he has to be part of it.
Yes.
How do you mean by part? Do you have to involve him, make him a partner in the business?
Not necessarily. Sometimes you can ask for advice. I'm doing this, is it okay? Some people wouldn't care what you are doing. If you have a husband who is not your friend, you could care less what you are doing. There's nobody to talk to. Your husband you should make him your friend, not necessarily knowing your money anyway, but knowing about the money. But he should be your friend. He should be somebody you can talk to about the business. Maybe probably things are not going well. How do I do it to get better and all that? At least they give some little advice.
They give some little advice. Do you sometimes take your child to work?
Yes, I do sometimes.
It's okay.
Mostly on weekends.
Mostly on weekends.
Yes.
What does your husband do?
He's a software engineer.
It's a software engineer.
Yes.
So there is the creative thing. No, you want to stay inside. You want to stay. How did you meet your husband?
I met my husband in the same business.
I knew
when
it.
I was in school, I was doing my attachment. I was doing my internship. Okay. So that's where I met my husband. He came to visit the one I was studying from. And he said, this woman, I want this woman. First of all, I was like, I'm not ready. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn how to sew. So I met my husband on the field.
On the field. So then he understands what you're doing.
Exactly, yes.
Where are you going with this?
I want Chic Collection to be a household name. 2-year-old child should be able to identify herself with chic collection. I want to have my own mall, chic mall, and also have a school to train the upcoming ones. Yes.
So at the moment, what do you have? You have people just supporting you, sewing for you?
I have workers.
You have workers. How many workers?
I have about 4 workers.
4 workers for the chic collection.
Yes.
What about
for the Elbab? I have about 3 to 4. Yes.
2 people.
Yes. 3.
Yeah, 3 people.
Yes.
How do you choose the colors and combine them when you're doing interior decor?
You have to put the space into consideration, whether it's a big space or a small space. Then you ask yourself, or probably you ask the client, what do you want to do with this space? Maybe I want an exotic look. I want a contemporary look. I want an antique look. Then it helps you to select your pieces. So I put so many things into place. Probably the space, number one, maybe what you would like to have in your space, whether contemporary or how do they call it? Contemporary or indigenous.
Okay.
Yes, look. I put all into consideration before I take a move.
You know, I asked you about the colors because, you know, some people's attitude or characters or spirit like certain colors.
Right.
My spirit doesn't like pink. And I have a daughter. I don't know how I'm going to manage that, you know. But anyway, I'm a girl. I don't like pink. You know, so if for me, anywhere I go and there's pink, I can't. It dulls me kind of.
Right.
Red just
gingers you.
Yes.
Okay.
But sometimes some people don't know.
Okay.
Some of these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I say is, your space is your personality. What you want to, like the space you have, how you want to feel in that space, that's what you have to put together. If you are not a lover of pink, there are other alternatives. If you have a daughter and pink is not the only color for girls.
Girls, yeah.
You can go green, lemon green. You can sometimes do brown, neutral colors. You can pick colors that are not necessarily attached to boys or girls.
Yeah.
Something that will make you feel good, and then probably maybe get some few accessories, few toys that are pink.
Yeah. So my husband and we agreed on, we came to a compromise and used the purple, lilac color. Yes.
Good.
Because he didn't want
it's in the same family as pink, so it's 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 in the same family. So yes.
Okay. While you're watching the standpoint again, I say thank you to Wilma Africa. They produce Phytol cooking oil. Never ever let it run short in your home. It's affordable, it's beautiful, it's healthy. So make sure you always have some at home. Thank you to Fortune Rice. They have 3 variants. They have 3 types. That is the grain package one, good for soft dishes like omutu and rice water. The orange package one, excellent for wache. And then the wine package one, good and amazingly awesome for jollof rice and then fried rice. African Women Development Fund, AWDF, they support us and we are grateful. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Standpoint. Well, in the studio, I have Shika Geo-Glavee, and she is a fashion designer and an interior decorator. Now, what do you make of our studio?
Beautiful.
Have we combined the colors well?
Very well. It matches so well. It's not out of place.
I did it. Yes, I put together. Am I not the one?
Good job.
I arranged the pots and put the flowers, everything
and
together.
I like the maroon color. It's, you know.
Which one is the maroon color? The
maroon red.
Okay.
And then the green.
Okay.
Oh.
Excellent with the gold.
Your rack. Oh. And this.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
For me.
Good job. But next time, invite me to come and do it for you.
Okay. Next time we invite you to come and do it. Okay, let me go to the studio. I have two ladies who have questions. Yes, let me start.
I once heard that to have a good finish, you need to draft pattern for all your clothing. So I wanted to know, do you draft pattern for everything you sew? And how fast is that? Because I tried to learn, it was too difficult, so I ran out of the class.
A good question. Yes, some of the designs I draft, I do pattern and test copy. And when I say test copy, after making the pattern, I sew them with a toile, maybe probably a fabric that is not too expensive, and make the outfit to fit on the model or probably the mannequin to see if it's what I'm looking for before I sew onto the main or the actual fabric I'll be working with. But so it's not all the time that I do pattern work. Some are freestyle, so I do freehand cutting. So it depends on the style line. The style line will determine whether you have to do pattern or not.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now, is it important to, let's say, get a formal education, to go to school if you want to be a fashion designer, to learn the trade in the classroom, or it's okay if you just can just, let's say I finish JHS or SHS and then suddenly I decide that I want to sew, I want to be a fashion designer, so I'm just going to see, let's say, Chic Collection, Joyce Abibu, Ophelia, or whoever to go and learn?
Right, good question. We say talent is raw. If you have a talent, you need to polish it up to be better. So if you want to be a fashion designer and you have the talent, the best thing is to go to school or to undertrain. Look for somebody who is very good with what she does, a good designer. If you don't want to go to school, that is if you don't want to have the formal education, look for somebody who is very good at what she does, whose finishing is good, whose like composition is good, and then you train under such person. Yes.
So you need
to have education. You can't just say I know how to sew, and there are technical things about sewing that you need to know. Yes.
And you have to be a creative person.
That
one people can sew for you, and the patterns are all over. You know, the cloths, the way they patch everything, they can sew. I mean, they can sew the thing nicely, but the way the fabric,
that's composition. You need to be creative and also to check the motif in the fabric. You know, you can't have a tree pattern or motif in a fabric and turn it upside down. You need to know all that before you can come up with a good design. You study the fabric. How is the motif like? How is the pattern arranged and all that? You put all that into consideration before you even cut. So those are the basic techniques in sewing, which you need to know. You can't just get up and say you want to sew. You need to know certain things to come up with a good finish.
You have to have passion for it.
Passion for it, and also train.
It has to be your calling.
Exactly.
So what if, in conclusion, what advice would you give to a young lady out there saying that I want to be a fashion designer? I love clothes. Some of them, they just love clothes. They like looking fashionable, so they want to be fashion designers. What advice do you have for them?
Good. If you love fashion and you love to be a fashion designer, I would advise you to go for it. First of all, make sure you have the passion for it, because it's not an easy job. You have to cut, come and sit behind the machine. You don't have to be lazy though. Cut, come and sit behind the machine and make sure you produce that into a garment. So in the first place, you really have to understudy. Even after school, you can still go and train under somebody who is good, learn some few techniques from the person before you can be better. Yes, so I advise them, learn from school or under train, and still be humble to learn and learn more, because there's no end to it. Day in, day out, myself, I keep learning. Day in, day out, there are styles coming up that you need to crack your brain and see how it was done. So day in, day out, you should be ready to study. You should be very creative, because it's a creative world. If you are not creative, the bus will run and leave you, and you'll be standing at the bus stop. So you have to be very creative with what you do, and that will make you a better designer.
So what's your ambition for 2018? You know, there are people you already met in the industry. There are people who are also joined you or started with you and also doing very well. What do you intend to do for you to stand out?
Well, Thank you. My ambition is to have chic collection everywhere, right? To have my outlet almost in all the 10 regions, and also to have my store in Macy's. That is my biggest ambition.
Right. In
Yes,
Macy's?
in Macy's, yes.
Wow. Okay.
And that's what I'm working towards.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm just asking how you're going to, are you just going to project, let's say, Western styles, Ghanaian style, Africans, something that will know that when we talk about chic collection, she identify with this.
Right. Right. Yes. As a designer, you have to be dynamic. The African stuff is my number one, but I'm not going to put myself in one box. You have to be creative. So I'm taking myself out of the box, doing things with African print, foreign print, and all that. I'm trying to combine all that, so at the end of the day, it will look unique. I'm not throwing only the print line. I do bridal, I make suits and all that, some with the African print and some with suiting foreign fabrics. Yes.
Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
So in the next 5 years, God willing, we'll hear about chic collection at Macy's.
It will be a song.
It will be a song.
Yes.
Everybody will be singing it.
Yes.
Amen to that. The look on your face and the determination, I know you'll make it.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have a package for you from Walmart Africa. So we have a frying pan, a cooking pan, all the 3 types of their rice. They have their new oil called Excella sunflower oil. And then, of course, the Frytol cooking oil. And then there's an apron as well.
Right. New year, you better.
Better pa.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be back with a bit of me. The woman on the move. The world has become very competitive. Very, very competitive. Already as a woman, it's tough to make it in this world, wherever you find yourself. Even in the field that is considered strictly for women, it's tough. So to be a woman on the move, you have to make sure you add value to yourself. You constantly update yourself. Education is important. If you didn't go to school, well, it's not too late. You can take classes, you can learn to use the internet, to use the computer, to use the search engines. Are you on the move as a woman? Where do you want to go to? No need to be stagnant. Marriage is good. Having children is good. Having a good job is good. But to be a fulfilled woman, to be a satisfied woman, you have to be on the move. You always have to be ahead of yourself. The best of you. And as you continue to live each day, you will have to overcome various challenges and become better. They say good, better, best. May you never rest until your good is better and your better, best. I thought I had forgotten, but apparently I still remember. We have to add value to ourselves and keep moving. And keep moving so we can drag the ones behind us along with us. My name remains Ohineye Gifty Auntie. As always, I say I have super crazy faith in God that He's got me covered. But that doesn't mean I sit at one place and wait. I'm always looking for ways that I can better myself until I become the best. And even the best, you make sure you constantly remain the best. And not the best in competition with anybody, but the best of you. Gifty Efia Nana Danswa Auntie, the best of you. So that wherever you are, people will find you. I wish you the best of luck and stay blessed. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.